Wait. Okay. You guys ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Dear Ariana.
Dear Viv.
Dear Martina.
Dear Beta B.
Dear Pearl.
Dear Lavia.
So, what does our grads in RCT mean to you?
I think I can start with this one. Our grads were essentially like the pillars of RCT.
It's really special what the groundwork they've laid down and how supportive our community is.
Whether it be first years, second years.
There's no hierarchy, you know? I'm not
Yeah.
intimidated anymore
Yeah.
just because somebody is older.
And Toastmasters really helped to create like a really stress-free environment, and I think all the grads were very, very helpful in creating that atmosphere, making me feel welcome.
And a huge part of the reason why that culture exists is because like the fourth years have atmosphere.
I met Ariana as well the first ever day I arrived on campus because she was my orientation leader.
I kind of admired her a lot when I was in my first year. Like, she was the first exec from the team that I knew of. And after getting to know her, I can say that she's just like one of the nicest people that I've ever met at this school.
And I could tell she like really cared about the club's mission and helping even like people who weren't the greatest at public speaking.
She's done such a great job kind of branching out our Toastmasters club onto new opportunities, like such as working with like a whole class. I think is something I would have never seen coming. So I think just like her like ability to connect with people, like allow us to branch out with us feeling uncomfortable has been such like a great part of working with her.
Like just having her there was like really cool because she did talk about how she was really shy at the beginning. And you know, seeing her talk like that on stage was really motivating and really inspiring.
For sure.
Too.
One what's on your mind that stuck with me was Vivian going on a rant on how the Seattle Seahawks were the best football team in the entire like world. She was just able to put so much passion and like so much fire into like when she's talking about something like that.
He gave me advice on interview tip, what I should expect, and apart from that, it was also just really chill talking with her. We went from talking about interviews, which is pretty serious, to just goofing off about football.
Vivian knew my name, and she would always say hi to me.
She's
and
so nice.
She's so nice, and I was like, oh my god.
And she was like, where are you from? And I'm like, oh, I'm from Seattle. I was like shy. I was like, I'm from Seattle. And then she's like, oh my god, me too. And then I was like, no way. And then we connected so well. Who doesn't love Viv? Like, there's nothing to not love about her.
Vivian is just like such a chill person. She never treated me as like less because I'm like a first year. Like, she made the effort to like come say hi to me. I remember seeing her and Martina at RC Gala, and we like took a photo together, and that was like, I felt so like included.
Well, Martina definitely doesn't remember this, but I met Martina and Chang at RC Meet Us last year.
And you guys were like really, really enthusiastic and really smiling and talking about like public speaking and like being able to just like develop these important skills, but you made it seem like a super, super chill and fun place.
Martina interjects herself with laughter. Instead of using she would just laugh. And I think that's so funny, and it really like makes it more welcoming.
And I was really excited about joining Toastmasters, so they were like, yeah, come join, and I was like, okay. And then I signed up for the mentorship program, so that was really, really fun.
And if you guys weren't staying there in that booth, I probably wouldn't have joined.
First Toastmasters meeting I ever went to, I remember Veda V, I think, was the first one who sat down with me, and I didn't have a friend who came with me that one time, so it was just me.
I was like obviously pretty nervous to like come to my first few meetings, and I remember sitting next to Vita V because she was doing like coding on her computer on the side.
And I was scared, I didn't know what was gonna go on, right? And Veda V was the one who sat down with me. I was like, okay, like, how's your day? Like, how are you doing, right? And sort of kind of like warming me up a little bit.
And then we got like grouped together to do one of like the STAR method practice or whatever. So she was just really sweet, and like it was nice to feel like you just like had a friend.
We kind of like attached to each other. Like, I helped her record, we got our pizza together, and it just felt like so like, I don't know, like she almost felt like a sister, and that sounds so weird, but we just like, I feel like we just connected so well, and like I felt so like comfortable around her.
But when she did her speech yesterday, I was actually like so shocked. Like, she was talking about it, and I was like, oh my god, like this is so cool. Yeah, like
so inspirational.
So inspirational, I agree.
I remember Pearl actually, like being grouped together as Pearl for activity. I think it was the educational segment, but I didn't know what that was back then. And yeah, Pearl was very, very kind as well.
Pearl, she's, you know, she's done so much from our club behind the scenes. Like, I think I don't consider how these events are being run. Like, I just see all these reps and I'm like, wow, they're here, but I think like acknowledging like how much work she's put in to like make these events really come to life is like worth noting. Like she has done so much, and like she's so humble about it too. Like you don't see it, and then it's like, wow.
I feel that out of the people who are leading the club, obviously he's not graduating, but he is definitely leaving the club. I feel like someone I've had a lot of memories with over the past 2.5, 3 years is Lavia.
My favorite memory with you was when we went for the exec meeting. You had so much fun. I'd never seen someone come out of their shell that much, but I had a lot of fun that night.
I feel like we became close pretty fast. I started seeing him pretty consistently at Toastmasters meeting over first year. And I feel like that's some way that we got pretty close over that period of time.
At Toastos, he was actually urging me to volunteer myself for table topics. Almost a humiliation ritual, but it ended up turning into probably one of my greatest moments in Toastmasters. And
love you. Thank you so much for being part of Toastmasters.
Hello to all the graduates plus Lavia. I could not believe that this is the last meeting of the year. Over the last few years, you each have truly brought something so special to the team from the very, very beginning. So I just wanted to dedicate a message to each of you to thank you for the contributions that you've made. Starting off with Lavia, you have always been such a charismatic speaker. You've also always had so much dedication since day one. And I will never forget how excited you were to experience the first snow in Toronto. So funny. Vitavi, you joined RCT last year, and I've always been blown away whenever you gave speeches. You have such an ability to soak the audience into your personal stories, and you just do it so, so well. Pearl, I remember being so deeply impressed by who you brought in when you were the PR exec in the first year you were in the role. You helped put together one of the most memorable events, which was the networking night, and I really am so glad that you were part of something so special, and truly think the event was unforgettable thanks to you and who you brought in. Martina, you have always been so effortlessly funny. You can always manage to add your own humorous spin to any topic and just fill the entire room with laughter, and I really think that that's such an immense gift. Vivian, I've always loved listening to your life lessons, and you've instilled such a sense of reassurance no matter what the team may have been going through. And lastly, Ariana, you have taught all of us what it means to continuously apply feedback and grow as a speaker, and I'm always so deeply impressed by your speeches. Now, a word of advice. I know that the next few months are going to feel absolutely crazy. You're going to feel a whirlwind of emotions. But I think one thing that you'll all realize after graduation is that everyone that you've crossed paths with, thanks to RCT, will always hold a very special place in our lives and in our hearts. So I know you've heard this times and times again, but truly soak in every moment of this last meeting and the last couple months that you have left. Continue trying to build communities like the one that we have here, because the truth is we have been so incredibly fortunate to be part of a space that is so inclusive and so friendly and so special to us, and not everyone had a chance to be a part of something like this in their university lives. So continue carrying this same atmosphere and the same passion that you have for this club wherever you may end up next, and continue bringing it to the spaces that you will be a part of in the future. And congratulations again to everyone, and good luck with everything that you may have going on next.
Thank you so much for all of the hard work that you put into RCT. And as you graduate or move on to other things, my advice to you would be to not stress. You guys are all amazing, hardworking people. So even if things feel uncertain right now, you will end up where you need to be and you will excel in them.
Thanks so much for being part of the club. I really enjoyed your presence. You've made me so confident. I was only able to grow so much because I was doing it with you guys.
Grads, you guys are all super talented, and we know you'll do great things in the future, so best of luck.
Enjoy life after Rotman. You know, like you're free.
May all your dreams and wishes come true.
And also make sure to come back and visit us.
Yeah, that's very important.
So, and we'll really just miss having that that liveliness and that community feeling, because we were just welcomed with such open arms. So I think we're really gonna miss that with you guys leaving.
I hope you've had a great 4 years. I hope you do great in the future, and I hope you know that we will be bringing you back to Toastmasters for content.
Don't forget about us, please.